guys, today you're going to learn about measuring. And you, Kaden, look at me please. You have not learned about measuring yet in here, have you?
No.
So it's going to be something really new to you, but I will help you. So we're going to listen to a book, and it's going to give you some ideas that we're going to talk about. So listen carefully.
Treasure hunts. Chapter 1. Surprise. Mrs. Perez has a surprise. The class sits on the rug. Carly sees a paper on the board. The paper says, Clue 1. What could this mean? Carly raises her hand to ask. Mrs. Perez has hidden a treasure. She has hidden clues, too. The clues lead to the treasure. Mrs. Perez asks Monica to read the clue aloud. The clue says, go to a quiet place, then walk 10 heel-to-toe steps toward the windows. Look down.
She says walk 10 heel-to-toe steps toward the windows. Have you ever seen anyone do that?
No.
When they put one foot in front of the other and walk?
Yes.
Who have you seen do that?
Nobody. My mom.
Your mom? Who have you seen, Aubrey?
My cousin, when she's trying to see how many footsteps does it take to get to the kitchen.
And a lot of people equate that to a foot, but is your foot really a foot? Is it a foot long?
No.
No, not really, unless you have a 12-inch foot, right? So when they say walk 10 heel-to-toe steps toward the window, that is a way of measuring.
One.
It's just a way of measuring. So they're going to do this 10 times till they get to the window.
Just why?
Nope, let's keep reading.
Mrs. Perez asks Jeremy to follow the directions. He goes to the reading center. He walks 10 steps toward the windows. He looks down. There is a clue. Jeremy opens the clue. There is a shoelace. The clue says, go the length of 9 shoelaces. Go toward a place with things that keep you warm. Coats keep you warm.
So if you had shoelaces, they're long and they're stringy, right? And maybe a shoelace would be this long, you think?
Yeah.
And if you did 9 of those, would you get somewhere?
Yeah.
What would we call that again? Measuring. That's right. Even though it's with a shoelace, it's still measuring, because you're measuring a certain distance.
Andy follows the clue. Andy walks toward the coats. He finds the 3rd clue. Kelly reads the 3rd clue. It says, go the length of 15 chairs toward the leader's spot. Mrs. Perez is the leader. Mrs. Perez asks Chris to follow the directions. Chris takes 15 steps toward his teacher's desk. He ends up at the front row of desks.
So it said, go the length of 15 chairs, but then it says he takes 15 steps. How do you think he took steps that would equal the length of a chair? Cassidy? Maybe he stepped farther. Maybe he stood by a chair and measured the distance the chair is wide. Trinity? Yeah? Brooklyn? Maybe he could have even lined them up. I wouldn't think he would would step on them because his teacher would probably say, don't do that, right? But maybe, what if he lined them up and then took the steps,
And that was what I
the
was
length
gonna
of,
say.
okay.
This way.
Alright, let's see what happens next.
Mrs. Perez asks Anne to help Chris. Anne spots a box on one of the chairs. It says, treasure. Anne brings the box to the rug. She gives the box to Stephen. He opens the box. It has a surprise for everyone. Pencils.
Okay, so what was their treasure?
Pencils.
Tell me the ways that they measured in this story. Attach me. They measured using chairs. Kaylee, I can't remember your name. Feet, okay, walking one foot in front of the other. What's the other way, Bailey?
10 steps.
10 steps. That was 10 feet. What was the other one?
Shoelaces.
Shoelaces, that's right. So, what are some other things that you can use to measure? Levi, what other things could you use to measure?
Yardsticks.
You mean
yardsticks?
Yardsticks, okay.
And connecting cubes.
Connecting cubes. Bryce?
Your leg.
Your leg, you might measure something using the length of your leg. Does anybody know what they measure horses in?
No.
How tall a horse is, what do they normally say? Caleb, do you know that one?
No.
Oh, Aubrey, do you know that one?
I think I do.
What do you think it is?
I think I know. I think we did this before, but it was when I was 3. So I can't remember how, but I know that they usually do they do 5 foot,
They use their
5
hands.
feet.
Hands. So a horse might be 20 hands tall, so they measure a horse with hands, okay?
Wow.
Let's turn this way and look at the table. You have to let me walk through here. I have set out clipboards and Unifix cubes, rulers, measuring tape, and yardsticks for you. You are going to get a partner, and you're going to pick one thing. Sit down until I'm ready. Sit down until I'm ready. Okay, then sit down. You're going to pick one thing to measure with. You are going to measure your partner. You and your partner are going to measure parts of your body. And you can see on this worksheet that you'll be measuring your leg, your foot, your hand, your arm, and part of your neck. Okay? So I'm going to let you get a paper, a clipboard, and you and your partner are going to have to decide what one tool that you think would be best to measure your body parts with, okay? So there are lots of tools here. You get to choose one. Not everybody's going to get the same one, so you're all going to have to use different things. I picked 2 people that weren't here first thing. Tabby and Cassidy. Girls, come on up. Decide together what tool you want to use. Pick up your paper and your clipboard. Listening. Find a place around the room to work. Bella. Trinity. Decide together what tool, girls.
Let's get the ruler. Do you want us to write it on the table?
I do. You can go to your desk, get your pencil, and find a place to work. Theron and Kaylee. Be quick, girls. Isaac and Lila, you can sit there and discuss, or as you get to the table, and Adriana and Bryce. Ella and Bailey. Ella's not here. Bailey and Levi.
Oh, I want to be a chance.
Chance and Landon.
I'll pick. Landon,
Sorry. Chance and Caden.
I'm helping you.
Yes, the whole box. Brooklyn and Tashley and Aubrey. You guys will all have to work together. Allie, was your stick missing?
Now I have to go to my desk.
Aubrey and Allie.
Mom, Bailey.
One for each of you. Class. You need to find a spot and start working quickly. You need 2 papers. What are you guys measuring?
We don't know yet.
What body part are you measuring?
I think we're measuring my leg.
Your leg. Okay, where are you going to start on your leg to measure?
My feet.
Your foot. You're going to start from your ankle and measure up. Where are you going to go to on your body? Point at it. Yeah, okay. So what will you start with on these?
Is this not big enough?
Are you going to start measuring from here?
Yeah, we're going to start from there, then go
From
up.
where? Show me, point exactly where.
Yeah, right at this perfect cube, then go up.
Okay, all the way till you get up to your hip, right? Okay, keep working. You both have a paper, you're both, so if you're measuring, and then you'll write Tori's measurements. So you'll write Cassidy, because you're measuring Cassidy, okay? Okay, you're gonna have to get down level with it. Down level with it. Hold it up against it. And see, where is this hip at? Physically where your hip is. Your waistline. About here. So what do you see right there? Okay, so 24. So on Isaac, I am Isaac. Okay, 24 inches right there. If you're measuring Bryce, then Bryce's name goes in the bubble. If Bryce is measuring you, then your name goes in this bubble. Okay? 20? Wow. Show me how you measure your arm. Flip this over, right? Well, now look, which gym have you started with? There you go, good job. Okay? Corner Cassidy. Now, stick your arm out. And where's her wrist at? So is it 20? Okay. Did you count each block? You got 29?
Yep.
Okay. So if Bailey's not what you're measuring, you put Bailey's name in here. How long was her leg? What'd you tell me? 29? A 2 and a 9. There you go.
There. Now can I get to the Now what are you doing? Now what are we doing? We
She measures your neck, okay? And you started from where? From what? Down here on about the chin height. I think that's a good measurement. Good job. Now, you measured her, right? She needs to measure you. So which measurements are yours? I'll be there in just a minute. What? Nope, because your paper says to where. Do it to where the paper says.